I started kicking out my leg like this, like just like kicking out my leg, trying to feel it. I was like this. See, I look like a crackhead on camera right now. And he was throwing it, and he got aggressive. How are you more aggressive when you're high than when you are not high? I'm back, YouTube. Alright, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Damn, 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video. But I'm pretty sure there was a time period where like I didn't upload for like a month. So 3 weeks isn't even bad. But like it is bad. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. You guys already know. You guys read it. You guys can read. I hope you guys can read. If you can't read, I'm gonna tell you, and hopefully you're not, you know, deaf at the same time. This video we're going over a story time. If you don't like story times, then just go. Like, you know, sometimes it can be story times because I like telling stories, and some people like listening to stories, believe it or not. This is the story of the first time I got high.
Smoke a wood in the woods on some wood.
Like I'm not making this video to be like, oh my gosh, high is this and all that stuff. Like, it's so good. No, don't do drugs. I swear to God, don't. I'm talking about you, Thomas, little Thomas. Don't do drugs. That's not cool at all. Yeah, this video was not to promote at all or anything like that. But where could I really start this off? This doesn't start off as like a like in a car late at night or something, or like you're with a bunch of friends smoking, all that stuff. I wasn't surrounded by it or anything like that to pressure me into doing it. It started off on the walk back from school, my senior year of grade 12. It started on the way back. I was even going home. I was going to basketball runs, which happened right after school finishes. And like, I'm actually like thinking about it. I don't really remember how did I get them? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. They weren't, it wasn't like a spliff or a blunt or anything like that. It was an edible. It was a gummy, right? And I'm pretty sure I got it from a friend. I forgot how I got it, I'm not gonna lie. All I know is I got it from a friend. I was walking home with like a group of friends, right? I pulled it out of my pocket and we were just talking about it. And there was one friend in that group who used to smoke but stopped. And they were just telling us about being high and all that stuff like that, and a bunch of things like it's actually kind of crazy. Like, apparently there's like different types of people when they're high. Some are hungry, or some are like up and like outgoing or something like that, and then some are like just calm, singing out and minding their own business, and then some are like paranoid and all that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, right? And again, the crazy thing is that this was on the way to basketball, to go play basketball, and we're freaking taking edibles before basketball. How does that, like, you know, like what? Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the dumbest idea you could ever do. It was like this circle gummy, and it was green, and I really wish someone warned me about, if it's your first time, not to take the whole thing, because that's what I end up freaking doing. There was also this guy that actually took it with me, and like, honestly, I actually wish someone warned me, because I ended up tweaking the f out. There was a guy that also, so one of the friends also took it with me, but he took like the smallest piece, because like, you know, like he's African and you know how that gets. I take it right before I get into basketball runs, and there was like this time period where we still have to wait before basketball starts because we got there early. And from there, bro, it's not even 20, not even 30 minutes, not even 25, like, not like, it didn't take long. That's my point. My right arm is feeling freaking tingly, and like I couldn't feel it, and like my right leg was feeling tingly and feeling numb, but not in a bad way. Like, it was like tickling me, bro. Like, what? Just started tickling me. And like, sometimes I got an ego and like a bit of pride, and like I was trying to not seem like it was affecting me, because like, you know, I was trying to prove like, oh, I got high tolerance. That's my point. That's my point. I was trying to prove that I got high tolerance, right? Like, you know, I'm trying to be like, I can take anything in the world. No, didn't end up being like that. And like, I just couldn't feel the right side of my friggin' body. And then the other guy, right, I don't know if it kicked in for him yet, because he was still like acting like calm and all that stuff. For the other guy, I don't even know if it kicked in or not, because he was still acting like normal and like that. But for me, I know that shit was starting to come in. So then we entered the gym, right, and I'm like on my way walking to the gym, I'm really feeling it. I started to laugh at everything that existed. I'd see the door close and I'd start to giggle. Like, what the bro? My friend would say, okay, we're about to make a run. I'd start being like, it was actually kind of crazy. Like, I was laughing at every single thing. If someone were to come to me and say, my grandma just died, I'm telling you from now, I probably would have busted out laughing. At least like a little giggle. I was trying to feel my freaking limbs, and I couldn't. So I started kicking out my leg. Like my friends were having a conversation, I was there listening, right? Just listening. And I started kicking out my leg like this. Like just like kicking out my leg, trying to feel it. I was like this. See, I look like a crackhead on camera right now. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I started kicking out my freaking thing and trying to feel my freaking limb. I'm like, you know what? I decide to do the smart thing and take a seat. And then this is where the freaking illusions came in, right? Or like just seeing stuff. And they're telling me to come on the court. I don't know, someone would say something and I would respond like 20 minutes after or something. Like it was actually pretty bad. Like, dude, when I'm telling you I was gone, I was gone. My friend subscribed it to me after, told me my eyes were bloodshot red and everything. And I was just like, just sitting there. But yeah, my reactions, they were just like delayed as hell. I really think someone was talking to me. Like, I'd be on the bench, right, sitting, I'd yell out like, oh, pass the ball, and I'm not even on the court or nothing, and I'd be thinking someone is talking to me. Let me not make you guys forget about the other guy that took the arrow. But what I mean, he could end up on a roof if he wasn't like safely watched. He could end up on her. This guy started running around the gym, running through the middle of games, and like taking the ball and dashing it off the backboard and all that stuff. He was done for. Like, he was running around and he had the ball and he was throwing it and he got aggressive. Bro, that is probably the most aggressive high person I've ever seen in my life. How are you more aggressive when you're high than when you are not high? And then eventually he just laid on in the middle of the court and just laid there and just, you know. Fast forward comes to the end of the basketball runs, and there was a food stand in the building, and I decided to get food. And I really apologize to any high person I ever called fat or anything, but like, I really get your point about wanting to eat like a whole supermarket. I actually was big back. Finally, I decided like, yo, I'm not safe, bro. I need to go home and lay in my goddamn bed, which I do that. And on the way to this building and on the way back, I have to jaywalk this road. I can cross it by like the street light, but I feel like that's gonna be even more dangerous with like cars. I don't know, but I think both ways are dangerous. That's why you don't do drugs. And I come to the side of the road, ready to jaywalk. And again, it's the same thing. I can't feel my freaking limbs. And I start shaking them and having delayed reactions, right? I think a car is so far and it's actually way closer. Or it's actually like far, I don't know, like, you know what I'm trying to say. Like delayed reactions and all that stuff. And there was one time, sometimes cars come to a stop because they can tell I'm trying to jaywalk. And a guy came to a stop and he was trying to wave his arm going like this. And I'm there trying to feel my limbs doing the same thing I did before. Hopping and just trying to feel like, you know, I was literally on the side of the road. Imagine seeing that. Imagine being like driving with your mom and you see someone hopping on the side of the road. You aren't gonna like be like scared or something? Like, you aren't gonna pull out a gun? He's just there like waiting for me, waving. I'm pretty sure when I really clocked back in, he was just there staring at me like. Eventually, the road like fully cleared up and I was able to just walk across the whole road. I finally make it home. And I'm telling you, I did not waste a second. I went to sleep so quick. I hopped in my bed, I went to sleep so quickly. And like a bit of paranoia actually kicked in, bro. I was like, is this shit gonna ever stop? Am I gonna die? You know, like thoughts, things like that. The next day, I wake up and it's still like I still feel like it. Like I can remember it so clearly, but I knew I wasn't high anymore, if that makes sense. I can remember it so clearly, so I thought I was so high. But I kind of like, I knew that I wasn't high because I can feel my freaking arm and like that. After that day, I don't think I'm gonna ever take like, you know, get high again. Because if I have to jaywalk another road, I swear I'm not making it. That is the first time I've ever actually like got high. If you stayed till the end of the video, thumbs up, you know, dap up, you know, all that stuff, you know, like you deserve it. You deserve it. I hope your day's going well. I hope your night's going well. You deserve it. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. But still blurring. Gene Jim's out, you already know.